Oh, there. Oh, new suit today. Okay.
Yeah.
Take a look here.
I saw that when he was walking around earlier.
Let's take a look. All right, so
looking sharp again. The pocket square going on.
The pocket square is nice. We got a light kind of cream, a little more light gray.
Yeah.
And he's bringing in the purple, which I'm a big fan of. I'm very pro purple. So Todd Stevens bringing the A game with the dress yet again. Craig Berry, he has a Forest and a Search Tomorrow on suspend. Stevens started things off with an Eldrazi Temple and an Expedition map. Wastes the draw. Chalice of the Void on 0. Caverner of Souls past the turn.
And this is a little bit awkward for Todd. I mean, he can get a second Temple and really be rampant here, but his scariest draw against this Scapeshift deck involves turn 3 Tron into a big Planeswalker, the Karnfather.
Yeah.
You know, that's where Craig would just be like, scoop up the cards, you know?
Can't win. Here's Explore. See if he wants to play the Valakut here. He will play a Valakut, pass the turn back. Todd's going to sacrifice Expedition map. I think we're going to go see him get another Eldrazi Temple, perhaps. He's on the hunt for something.
He's nowhere close to the Tron pieces.
There's another Temple. Now, I know that Todd has at least one copy of Thought-Knot Seer in hand. I think he may have 2, however, so we'll see what his hand looks like here momentarily.
Yeah, let's get this clock going.
Yeah. Time for Stevens to draw. Endbringer. There's another Temple. Now here's Thought-Knot Seer. The hand is Engineered Explosives, Lightning Bolt, Primeval Titan, 2 lands, Cinderglade, and a Verdant Catacombs. I got a feeling, Primeval Titan.
Yeah, that's an easy choice.
You got to go. The rest of those cards do not matter all that much. Stevens is going to write those cards down very quickly. Rule number 2 on the SCG Tour leaderboard.
Yeah, it looked like Craig even offered to leave his hand up there.
Yeah.
And Todd was like, no, I'll write them down.
Search for Tomorrow. Craig is going to get a mountain. And without a Primeval Titan and just some reactive cards in hand, this Titan Shift deck is not looking all that great. But Barry will draw. Picked up a copy of Scapeshift.
Well, we're definitely going to see a land out of him here.
And that we know. He's got some options there on which ones he wants to play. He's going to play a Cinderglade and simply pass the turn back over to Stevens. Stevens will draw a card. He's picked up another copy of Thought-Knot Seer. Here is a Thought-Knot Seer. Let's get a look over there at Craig Berry's hand. He'll lose Escape Shift now.
Oh, that's a good one.
Bolt, EE, and Verdant Catacombs. This is the problem, right? The fact that these Thought-Knot Seers are a 4/4. Bolt can't take care of them.
Yeah, they're a big clock, and they stop the opponent from doing what they're trying to do.
Barry will draw into another Engineered Explosives, huh? Not so much. Not so much. This might be the worst matchup for Engineered Explosives. That might be a bit hyperbolic, but it doesn't. For a 2-color deck that can sometimes be a 3-color deck, it's yikes. Yeah, great. You better draw Primeval Titan. There's an Urza's Power Plant. Long way to go on that front.
Let's go. Yeah.
Takes an attack for 8. Stevens with another Thought-Knot Seer. Craig, are you going to show it? I would fold.
Yeah, he's just going to cast this Lightning Bolt.
Yeah. There goes Knee. Another card is Knee. Yep. Craig's going to sacrifice that. Okay, he doesn't have to. Okay, so he could get. If he peels Primeval Titan, he can get Mountain.
Okay. Kill one of the
Thought-Knot Seer.
Yep. Block the other Thought-Knot Seer.
Yep. So that's how we get to keep playing. Peel Primetime. Can't even peel Summoner's Pack because of the Chalice on 0. So, is it Primetime? It is not Primetime. And Todd Stevens is going to win game number 1 over Craig Berry. Eldrazi with the power of Thought Not Seer, making it look easy thus far over Scapeshift. We go to the sideboards now for these two players. We will start with Craig Berry, who's got 4 Slaughter Games, 3 Tireless Tracker, 3 Narnam Renegade. That's your 1/2 Death Toucher that has Revolt. A 2 Nature's Claims, a 1 Abstinent Baloth, another Anger of the Gods, and a Swamp to cast those Slaughter Games. Craigers, what do you like there?
I don't think I like this Slaughter Games.
I don't like Slaughter Games.
Yeah, that's just an awkward, clunky card. He does have some cards that he wants to side out here. The Lightning Bolts aren't great. The Anger of the Gods aren't great. The Engineered Explosives we saw. To say that they weren't great would be a gross understatement.
Yeah, they're really bad.
So he can bring in a lot of these cards. Tireless Tracker can grow and fight some of the Eldrazi, also generating card advantage. The Narnam Renegade, maybe you want to be able to block some of these big Eldrazi with it.
It is kind of nice that, you know, if the Renegade had showed up that game, would have done a nice job of slowing down Thought Not Seer.
Oh, yeah.
So it is kind of a weird inclusion to sideboard that kind of card in, but it does buy you some time.
Yep.
It trades with a card like Reality Smasher too, and it'll certainly slow down Thought Not Seer. And look, those Anger of the Gods and the Engineered Explosives are horrible.
Yep.
So you'll have enough cards to sideboard out to get some good ones in. So perhaps we'll see that from Craig Berry. For Todd Stevens, 3 Surgical Extraction, 2 Graph Trigger Scage, 2 Ratchet Bomb, 2 Relic of Progendus, and a bunch of 1-ofs and Spatial Contortion. Another copy of Chalice of the Void, a Batter Skull, a Worm Coil Engine, and All Is Dust, and a Pithing Needle.
I like a couple of these big guys. The Batter Skull and the Worm Coil Engine. Sometimes the Scapeshift decks have a problem dealing more than 20-ish damage.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, they can max. I don't know what the max is.
Like, obviously, if they get all the Valakuts followed by the Mountains, they can deal tons and tons of damage, but that's not the way the games play out a lot of times.
Yep.
And so a life total buffer can be very difficult for the Scapeshift decks to beat.
Now, I've watched Todd Stevens stream this deck some, and I know what's kind of in his wheelhouse. The Ghost Quarter your Valakut, Surgical Extraction your Valakut.
Okay.
That's something that he kind of likes to do. A plan he went to in the mirrors when this deck kind of got popular for a little while at the beginning of this year was Ghost Quarter one of your Tron pieces and Surgical it.
Yep,
so
and
that you can never get Tron.
He has the 4 Expedition maps to search up the Ghost Quarters.
Yeah. And the 4 copies of Ghost Quarter is in his main deck too. So I wouldn't be surprised, that's all I'm saying, if he were to move towards that type of strategy. Seen him do it before when he does stream online. But we'll see how things do break down here in just a moment. In the meantime, we are going to talk about Jacob Baugh, our energy reserve token here on the SCG Tour. He won our Atlanta Invitational, our last one that we did back in December of last year. And we got another Invitational coming up in just a month from now in Roanoke, Virginia. A couple ways you can go about getting this Jacob Baugh energy token. All open participants, all classic participants here in Baltimore, they got one. And if you place an order on StarCityGames.com for $5 or more, you can get one of these as well. Congratulations to our Atlanta Invitational champion. That's Jacob Baugh. He's our energy reserve token, and we will see him at our Invitational in Roanoke, Virginia for Season 1 in just about a month. He's a player.
I did not get
What?
a Jacob Baugh token.
Oh, no. For your order that you placed?
For my order with Star City Games. And you
You're
know why?
Sure? Are you sure?
You know why?
Why is that?
Because my order was not for $5 or more.
Let's see. I got Craig's order in front of me here. 4 Mosswort Bridge, 4 Windbrisk Kites. Now, Windbrisk Kites is a card I'm very familiar with.
Okay.
Mosswort Bridge, however, not so much.
Dude, what's hiding under that bridge? It could be anything.
It could be a really big creature.
Yeah.
Old Mossy?
You remember Mosswort Troll?
Is that a card? Oh, that's a big troll.
Well, it became bigger,
Yeah,
right?
it became bigger. Yeah, that's the big troll. Good flavor. Windbrisk Kites, I miss activating Windbrisk Kites. Todd Stevens going to take a mulligan here.
Just a little clarification for the viewers at home.
Yes.
This is actually my order.
Yeah, this is not a joke. Yeah, no.
These 8 cards I did just pick up from Star City Games, and I have a friend back in Jersey who's going to be very happy to get these cards.
Very nice. Good guy Craig right here. Good guy Todd Stevens, too. We can learn a little bit more about him as he's currently up a game. The well-dressed man from Denton, Texas, 31 years old, 7 open top 8s. Doesn't have that win just yet, but you got to imagine it's on the way. All right, here we go. I think we've got some new ones.
All right.
Inspired to dress nice by the character Neil Caffrey from the TV series White Collar. That's a USA show.
Yep, not familiar.
I know that because it either came on before or after WWE Raw.
But whatever the case, I'm glad this happened.
Me too. Flew to Australia by himself when he was 16 to play in a tennis tournament.
Nice.
Okay. and full-time Magic streamer on Twitch. Well, we know that one's true. Flying to Australia by yourself, that's daunting. I was nervous to fly to Australia for the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
I actually ended up not going to that one. I went to Pro Tour Caldas instead, but the idea of flying to Australia,
It's not close.
no, it's like a whole day out of your life. I think it's like 20 hours or something. I think it's not short.
No.
It's not a short amount of time.
Well, it's probably shorter for you from Seattle.
Well, yeah, but you still got to fly to like LA and then
Yeah,
and
no,
then
yeah,
down.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just saying.
got some work to do.
For us on the East Coast, it's even further.
That's true. That's true. But I've heard Australia's awesome. I really want to go there one day. Todd Stevens is on 5 cards, and Craig Berry, he's happy with his cards. And he's starting things off with a search for tomorrow. He'll search of a basic forest off his wooded foothills. For Stevens, he kept 5. He's got at least 1 Tron piece. Looks like 2 with a tower and a power plant.
And it looks like a map in there as well.
So he could have Tron as soon as turn 3. The power of the Urzatron. I love the Urzatron. I used to be a hater of the Urzatron. Now I'm a big fan.
Do you make a sound when the Tron comes online?
No.
It's like a machine kicking in?
No, I don't have that. I'm not like a great noise maker,
Okay.
unfortunately. Chalice for 0. Here's an expedition map. I wish I were a better noise maker, but I can, that I'm not. I'm not great at whatever it was you just did.
I'm clearly
You're the noise maker between the two of us.
an accomplished master. Of
yes.
this. Yeah.
Yes. Another search for tomorrow. And there's a wooded foothills past turn back. Stevens will draw a reality smasher. There's a power plant. Well, Tron online on turn 3. Magic's easy.
Yeah.
Magic's very, very simple game sometimes.
And we saw the Chalice of the Void stay in the deck for Todd. That's one of the cards that, some of these Scapeshift decks play 4 of Summoner's Pact, and it's very good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Craig Berry's only showing up with 2 today. Maybe if Todd knew the numbers, he would shave on the Chalices, maybe cut them all together, but obviously he doesn't have a deck list in front of him for his opponent, and it's very understandable that he would keep that in. Yeah,
playing a little bit of a guessing game here. Now, I think he does have another copy of Chalice in hand, so I'm wondering if he gets the opportunity to have a lot of mana, what he would set it on, 4 or 6. Primeval Titan or Scapeshift. For now, we're going to see an Explorer here from Craig Berry. He'll draw a card. Opportunity for 2 land drops this turn.
6 is tough.
You got to get a lot of mana to get there. Here's Sakura Tribelder, pass the turn back. Stevens has drawn an Eldrazi Temple. Tron online. Is it Smasher time? Remember when Sakura Tribelder was the nuts?
I do.
Like the actual nuts?
Yeah, remember when damage went on the stack?
I do.
This is a whole different world.
Yeah, it's a long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't need to play this combat trick.
Yeah.
Stack damage up. All right, use it to save my guy.
Yep.
Oh, you have a removal spell? Doesn't matter.
Those were the days. Maybe. Maybe were the days. Maybe they weren't.
I think things are better now.
I think things are probably better.
Especially for new players.
Yeah.
Hey, can we do this in a way that makes sense to me?
No. No.
Nah.
Craig Berry, think about getting a mountain here with the search tomorrow. But instead, he might be getting a forest.
We were talking yesterday about trying to explain to a new player why playing a Marvel when you have a Marvel on the board results 2 energy for you.
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
And it's like, nope, can't even go down that road.
Just trust me and it works.
Yeah.
That's my explanation for a lot of stuff. Just cascade into like boom bust. Yeah, it works.
Yep.
Okay? I'm not going to explain the fire points. It works. Search for tomorrow, and now you're probably not alive anymore. Doo-dah, doo-dah. So he's going to sacrifice 7 lands. So this is 18 damage. I think. Take a look at Valakut here in just a moment, too. And there's the battlefield under control if you control at least 5 other mountains.
Yep, so it's going to be 6 mountains in a Valakut.
Yeah.
Craig's just deciding which 6 mountains he wants to put onto the battlefield here.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Craig. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't it, though? Give me a Cinder Glade. All right. 6 shots. This effectively puts Stevens down to 2, unless he wants to take care of Reality Smasher. And now Todd will draw. He picked up another Reality Smasher.
Seems good. Not that good.
Could be better. Another Smasher. There's a Tron land. Here's an attack for 10. Stevens is down 2-3. Craig's going to show him a Primeval Titan, which will search up more mountains, and we're going on to game number 3. As Craig Berry going to win the second game here against Todd Stevens, Scapeshift and Eldrazi Tron getting ready for a third and final one. You see the power there of just ramping and getting the Resolve Scapeshift. Didn't actually draw any of his bad cards, but more importantly, was not targeted by Thought-Knot.
Yeah, 0 disruption out of Todd. Todd had the turn 3 Tron, but I mean, who cares if it's just a creature coming out, you know?
Reality Smasher on turn 3 is kind of scary.
Yeah,
But
he, Craig was on the play.
Yep.
He had all the pieces that he needed. Todd was going to deploy something big on turn 3. It had to be a Thought-Knot Seer. It had to be the Karn Father. Something scarier.
Well, these players are going to shuffle up here for game number 3. Todd Stevens will be on the play. Pretty important for him. Got to find some Thought-Knot Seers. Maybe get a Chalice out ahead of schedule. And we'll see if he's able to do that in just a moment. We're going to talk about the StarCityGames.com YouTube page now, where you can watch Split Second by Jeremy Knoll, our Versus series with, let's see, Brad Nelson, Todd Anderson, Michael Majors, Tom Ross, and Ross Merriam. You can watch Commander Versus with Jeremy Knoll, Stephen Green, Justin Parnell, and that other guy who shall not be named.
You have quite the vendetta here.
We're having a mini feud.
A little spat.
Yeah, a mini feud.
Okay.
Mr. Suarez and I are having.
No, don't name.
Ooh, sorry.
He who shall not be named.
Sorry, I apologize. Magic Online playtesting with the likes of Pro Tour champion Jerry Thompson, Pro Tour champion Ari Lax, Pro Tour champion Sean McLaren.
It's not a bad lineup there.
And then I'm in there sometimes too. And then Best of SCG Tour and a whole bunch more. Subscribe today at youtube.com/StarCityGames and become one of over 110,000 subscribers.
Yeah, just a little too much good Magic content. Yeah. just too much high quality Magic strategy.
Yeah.
Let's lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, put me in there. I'll do a draft.
A little comic relief.
Yeah.
How have you been doing this format?
I've had some difficulty. So the first draft I recorded, I was 2-0. I won a heck of a game, an unreal game, actually, with like Glyph Keeper, and I had to cast both sides of Commit to Memory, which is the time twister.
Yep.
And I had to have my opponent basically brick on the time twister path, and they did. I came all the way back from 1 life. So that was actually really cool in the first video I ever did. I've had some good and some bad. Some good and some bad. Mostly some bad. But
I like that. Good and bad, good and bad, good and bad. Mostly bad.
Mostly bad. Mostly bad. But it's all just to learn experience. My opponents have Glorybringer a lot, okay? And it's really annoying. Here's Matter Shaper.
We see that surgical
I'm
extraction.
telling you, I know Todd Stevens, man. I know Todd Stevens. He's got surgical. I don't know if he's got the Ghost Quarter yet, but he's just waiting for Craig Berry to play a Valakut. I mean, waiting. I'm going to snap it off.
And the Scapeshift deck,
they basically can't win.
Yeah, it's tough to win with just some Titans.
Yeah, I mean, Primeval Titan's a pretty good card, but Mountain, Search, jeez, they ramp so good. Ooh, and the Renegade? Pretty good turn. Primeval Titan coming as soon as next turn. We're going to go back to Todd Stevens. in there.
Titan is good, but the Eldrazi deck will tussle with some 6/6s.
Kind of. I don't know. Matter Reshaper's bigger. I mean, not Matter Reshaper. Like all these other cards, like Walking Ballista against the Titan, bring it on.
I'm a little surprised this Walking Ballista is still in the deck.
I'm a little surprised too, actually. Oh boy.
Yep.
It's dead, right?
It was a land, and then it was Sakura Tribe Elder to get another land, and then Scape Shift.
Scape Shift for 36.
8 or 9 or lands, whatever it was.
We're all done. That was turn. That's turn 4.
I think that was turn 4.
Yeah, so that was turn 2 Explore. Turn 3 Explore Search Tomorrow, up to 6 lands. Turn 4 play a land, Sakura Tribe Elder, get a land, Scape Shift. That's turn 4 by Scape Shift right there.
And against a lot of decks, just a Bolt, Anger of Gods, or Engineered Explosive, it might buy you that 1 or 2 extra turns that you need in order to do this. The Scape Shift decks are really